Team Janners, what's happening? So I just wanted to talk about something that I think is quite important, and you have to be very careful in your life who you listen to or take advice from. Now, when I was growing up, especially as a child and in my teens, I was very, very impressionable. I would believe pretty much everything someone older than me told me because, we were taught that people older than us, are a lot more knowledgeable and have more wisdom, and that is true sometimes. A lot of people are older than us are, you know, do have better life skills, but there's also times when they don't, and a lot of the time you can get misadvised. I'll never forget when I was around 15 years old, an adult, well, a step relative, I'm not going to name them, but they said to me, some things, some people just happen to attract good things in life, things will just come their way and they're just very lucky, and, but something like that just won't happen to you. That's not going to happen to a person like you. Anything you want in life, you're going to have to work really hard for. Now, that always stuck with me, and it kind of gave me a bit of a complex and made me think that, why did good things happen to other people and not me? And I just think that's a very, very stupid thing to say to a 15-year-old, especially when they're very impressionable and they're at that age where they're still finding their feet and, they're still trying to find their place in the world. You've got no life skills, you don't have a clue about anything, you think you know everything, but you don't. And I personally think that was a very foolish thing to say to someone my age. And all throughout my life, I've had people, I have had several good adult role models, I've had, a lot of good advice off people as well, but I've also had an equal amount of people that aren't, supportive and haven't given me good advice whatsoever. And sometimes when people tell you something, it's not always true. Sometimes they'll tell you things just to try and wind you up or put doubt in your mind or make you feel bad about yourself. Several times when I wanted to change careers when I was in my 20s, people would sort of say to me, leaving a job, it's hard, and what if you don't get another job, and what if this, and what if that, and it would just take a few what ifs, and I'd be petrified, and I'd think, God, I can't leave, what am I going to do? But, the job I was in was crap, I had no career prospects. It was only when my brother actually said to me, when I was about 27, and he said to me, look, you've got no career prospects there, you don't even like it, it's not like you're going to earn great money. He said, why don't you just leave? So I did, and that thankfully was very good advice, and I ended up changing careers. I got a job as cabin crew, and twice as much money as what I was before, and I've never looked back since. So, you have to be very careful who you listen to, and especially also if you've got a business idea or a plan for the future, be very careful who you share it with, because often, you'll tell someone something and then they'll stick their oar in and they'll try and talk you out of it, or they'll say, oh, this, that, or the next thing, and often they don't know what they're talking about. They've never worked in the job that you're thinking of doing, or they've never had their own business, they've never been self-employed, they don't know anything about anything. So, if you want to start your own business, then, my advice would be talk to someone who's self-employed, who's done it, who knows exactly what they're talking about and knows exactly what to do. Don't talk to Dave down the pub who's been on the dole for 6 months, who, has lost touch with reality and hasn't worked for half his life. That's just stupid. So, really, in life, your life is hard, especially at the moment, and you just have to be very, very careful who you take advice from. And, there's only a handful of people that I would go to with problems now, or that I would actually take advice from, if I needed it. So, yeah, keep a level head and, just always go with your gut instincts, because that's all you have.